The sun hung low over Maplewood Lane in the quiet town of Brookhaven, Virginia, on a balmy August morning in 2023. I was halfway through my iced tea, lounging on my porch swing in a faded t-shirt and flip-flops, when Lisa's voice shattered the calm like a firecracker. "Hey, you. Get off that porch before I call the cops," she bellowed, jabbing a finger at me as if I were casing the joint. My cat, Tinker, froze mid-lick, her eyes wide, and scurried inside. I blinked, glanced at my worn sneakers, and then back at Lisa, who was already dialing 911, describing me as a shady figure skulking around the Harper residence. Little did she know, I wasn't just a resident, I was Emma Harper, married to the town's mayor, Daniel Harper. Her mistake was about to turn our sleepy street into a battleground of gossip, power plays, and viral drama. It all began that lazy Saturday. I'd slept in, savoring a rare day free from Daniel's campaign events or the town's endless debates over parking meters and library funding. Our home, a charming Victorian on the edge of Willow Grove, was my sanctuary, a place to escape the chaos of Brookhaven's politics. I just settled into the swing with a novel in my tea when I heard the telltale slap of Lisa's sandals storming down the sidewalk. As the neighborhood's self-appointed watchdog and HOA treasurer, Lisa had a knack for turning molehills into mountains. She didn't even look at me before launching her attack. "You can't be here. This is private property." I raised a hand, trying to keep it light. "Morning, Lisa. It's just me." She squinted, unswayed. "Who are you?" "The Harpers live here." I chuckled. "That's me, Emma Harper." Her lips pursed like she'd swallowed a wasp. "Don't lie. I've seen the mayor's wife at fundraisers. She doesn't look like this." She gestured to my messy ponytail and yoga pants. "Lisa, this is my house," I said, still amused. But she was already on her phone, voice sharp. 911. There's a trespasser at 42 Maplewood. She's refusing to leave." I leaned back, sipping my tea, as Tinker peeked through the curtains, probably wondering why her nap was being ruined. 5 minutes later, a police cruiser rolled up. Lisa stood smugly at the end of my driveway, waving the officer over like she'd nabbed a fugitive. Officer Callahan, a lanky guy with a tired expression, approached me. "Ma'am, can I see some ID?" Before I could dig out my wallet, his radio crackled. "Unit 12, be advised. That's Emma Harper, Mayor Harper's wife. You're at their residence." Callahan's face went from bored to horrified. Lisa's smirk vanished. "What?" she sputtered. "That's not her." Just then, Daniel's sleek town car pulled up. He stepped out, crisp in his gray suit, kissed my cheek, and turned to Lisa with a smile that didn't reach his eyes. "Is there a problem?" Lisa stammered. Too thought she was breaking in. She looked different. Daniel's voice was ice. "You mean she looked like someone enjoying her own porch? You called 911 on my wife, Lisa. That's not vigilance. That's harassment." The plot thickened when a second officer arrived with a bombshell. Lisa hadn't just called the police. She'd filed an HOA report claiming our house was vacant, triggering a city flag for potential tax fraud or squatting. The report bore her name, email, and a fabricated story about our abandoned property. Daniel's jaw tightened. This wasn't a mistake. This was deliberate. Lisa's face drained of color, but she doubled down, muttering about community safety. The officers issued her a warning and left, one apologizing to me with a sheepish grin. I laughed it off, saying it was the most action my porch had seen in years. But deep down, I knew Lisa wasn't done and neither was I. By Sunday morning, Lisa was back, clutching a folder like a courtroom lawyer. I was watering my azaleas when she marched up, demanding we talk. She waved her papers, claiming proof. Our house was listed as vacant, citing months when I'd been away visiting my sick father. "The place looked empty," she sniffed. "I did my duty." I asked why she never knocked or called Daniel. Her excuse? I didn't want to bother him. I couldn't resist. "So you reported our home as abandoned instead?" Her eyes flickered with panic. Then the HOA president, Tom, arrived, looking like he'd rather be anywhere else. He admitted Lisa had been hounding the HOA for months, claiming we were absentee owners. They'd never verified her Storino calls, no tax checks, just her word and blurry photos. I dropped a bombshell of my own. Daniel was filing a city complaint and requesting an HOA audit. Lisa's face froze. Tom, age a decade on the spot. Things escalated when Lisa took her crusade online. By Monday, my phone buzzed with notifications from the Willow Grove Facebook group. Lisa had posted a grainy video of me grabbing a package in a hoodie, captioned, "Mayor's wife or imposter?" She claimed I was planting surveillance devices in my flower beds and tied Daniel's town car to a covert operation. The comments were a mix of eye rolls and roasts, with neighbors joking about my criminal gardening skills. Then someone leaked doorbell footage of the 911 call to Reddit, titled "Lisa Loses It." Cops called on Mayor's wife for sitting. The clip exploded, racking up thousands of views and memes, from fake wanted posters to a remix with dramatic music. Local news picked it up, blurring Lisa's face but not her reputation. She went nuclear, posting TikToks about government conspiracies and accusing me of orchestrating a smear campaign. The neighborhood rallied around me. Neighbors left cookies on my porch, kids painted signs saying "Porch Freedom," and someone mailed me a cushion embroidered with "Swing Sovereign." But Lisa wasn't finished. She filed a lawsuit against me for emotional distress, claiming I could have avoided the drama by properly identifying myself. Our lawyer presented the doorbell footage, her false reports, and her online rants. The judge, a no-nonsense woman, dismissed the case in minutes, telling Lisa, "The only distress here is self-inflicted." Outside the courtroom, I told reporters, "All I wanted was a quiet morning. Let's keep porches peaceful." Lisa went quiet. Her flyers disappeared, and her once-manicured lawn grew shaggy. The HOA, under new leadership, rewrote its rules, and Daniel's city reforms cracked down on false reporting. At a summer block party, I gave a short speech about community and listening, earning warm applause. Lisa watched from a bench, silent but present. Our eyes met. I nodded. She nodded back, not peace, but a truce. Later, as I sat on my swing, she passed by and paused. "You're not leaving, are you?" she asked, weary. I smiled. "This is home." She walked on. The city later honored Daniel and gave me a plaque, "Civic Grace in Quiet." Now I sit on my porch daily, tinker at my feet, watching Brookhaven hum with life. Strangers drive by, unaware of the saga, seeing only a woman at ease. But I know what this swing stands for: a fight for peace, one not with shouts, but with stubborn calm. What do you think? Was Lisa a misguided guardian or a power-hungry bully? Should I have confronted her sooner, or was staying calm the real victory? Could this happen in your neighborhood? Drop your thoughts below, hit that like button, and subscribe for more wild tales.